Managing your own rental property can be quite overwhelming and very time consuming as well. So what is the value in having a property manager for your rental? I'm here with Joanne Danckwardt of One Agency JD Property Agents in Fairy Meadow. And Joanne, why should I have a property manager for my rental? What's the value there?
Okay, so firstly, I think that a lot of people don't really understand the role of a property manager, and they can feel that it's expensive to have them. But I can tell you now it's more expensive not to have them.
Yes.
For a multitude of reasons. Personally, it does save you time because there'll be maintenance issues that come up that need to be fixed, and you don't have the expertise often to have the right tradespeople in your back pocket to be able to get them to help you out. I can ring my, like Dave, my plumber, and say, Dave, we've got something that needs to be done urgently. He will drop things to help us because he gets quite a lot of work from us. And he is reasonably priced too, because he does get work from us on a regular basis. It's not a one-off. So we're saving our clients money with the repair, and we're getting it done quickly, which makes the tenants happy too. So it reduces the amount of calls that you get into the office or to yourself directly. There is a lot that goes on right from the very beginning of trying to find a tenant for your place. And sometimes you might think, oh yes, I know somebody, but do you really know them? When we screen a tenant, we're looking at their financial situation, we're seeing whether we feel that they're going to be the right fit for the home. Are they trying to put 10 people into a one-bedroom apartment? It's probably not going to work. So we're doing a lot of screening financially, and also them as a person and how that fits all together. So it's not just one thing in isolation. The other thing is that we collect the rents. If they're behind, we have a system in place to follow up the payment of the rents. We keep them accountable. It's harder to do that as an owner, and you're not going to be checking your accounts all the time and making sure. And that can be a difficult conversation to have with somebody, particularly if it's one-on-one, owner to tenant. It's not quite the same as having that middle person in the centre who can help with that process. And if anything goes drastically wrong and it ends up having to go to NCAC, you've got to have a bit of experience behind you to be able to handle that situation well. And the whole idea is not to end up there, and it's having the negotiation skills. And talking about negotiation skills, you've got to be able to negotiate that next rent too.
Yeah. It's
very, very hard for an owner to do that one-on-one. I feel for this person, I know this person, I feel like there's not that, that separation. And also, as an owner, you haven't got your finger on the pulse all the time about where rents are. You might be still thinking it's only worth $500 and it might be worth $650 now.
Yeah.
So you're leaving money on the table because you don't have the expertise to know what's actually happening in the market. You don't understand that there's a shortage of properties, or you think there's a shortage of properties because you're listening to the news, which is 2 or 3 months behind, and all of a sudden it's not like that, and you're left with an empty property because you don't realise the demand's not there at the moment, and you have to be really realistic with your rents. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I think people really have to understand the work that happens and how much value property manager can bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely. Look, if you're looking for a property manager for your rental, please get in contact with Joanne here at One Agency JD Property Agents in Fairy Meadow, and you can ask her any questions that you have around that. But thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next video.